You're listening to the 5-Minute Friday podcast episode of The Aligned Self. This is your host, Daniel Danovi. Okay, 5-Minute Friday, a short and concise podcast episode of The Aligned Self, designed to leave you with a question, an idea, a strategy, a tip, a hack, in order to give you greater access to your conscious awareness, evolving your conscious awareness, or give you greater mastery over your mind. Hello, friend, and welcome into this 5-Minute Friday and episode number 250. I have to admit, when I first sat down and began recording the first episode of this podcast 2 years ago, I did not realize that I would be doing 250. I had an idea, but to conceptualize having 250 episodes under your belt when you're just beginning is rather daunting. But having said that, I have to say that doing 250 episodes has been easy. And the reason it's been easy is because many of you have contacted me saying how much the podcast has made a difference for you, that you listen on a daily basis, listen on your commutes, or listen when you're at the gym. And knowing that you're out there listening, knowing that it's making a difference for you, spurs me on. Because frankly, I could be doing other things, but I am enjoying this. I don't necessarily enjoy hearing myself talk, because I've been hearing myself talk about these topics for 30 years, but it's fun. It's fun to have the engagement. It's fun to talk to you, to know that we're having a conversation. And that's why I begin just about every episode saying, welcome to the conversation. And the conversation today is going to be about success. Why I think the pursuit of success should be off your radar, like taken off the agenda, take it off your list, scratch it off. There's no reason to pursue success. And so let me explain that, since I'm all about peak performance and being the best you can be, and, how does success not factor into that? Well, 99 times out of 100, when people talk about being successful, it's according to other people's interpretations, other people's standards. And many times it's monetary. It's a certain number of dollars in the bank. And while it's worthwhile to have a certain amount of money in the bank, you can't take it with you. At the end of your life, how much money you made over your lifetime isn't going to be that much of a measurement of how you were as a person. To me, it's more so about the impact that you can make, the lives that you can touch, and how much love you can spread around the world. And so if we talk about 250 episodes, is that a success? Well, it's less than some and more than others. That's about all I can say. I did publish 100 episodes the first year and 150 episodes the second year. Now, the first year, I accomplished 50,000 downloads. On Sunday, I will have 150,000 downloads. So I've increased it each time. To me, that's beneficial. To me, I'm moving forward. I'm expanding. I'm growing my audience. And this year, I hope to grow it even more. Because what that would tell me, that if the message is relevant, if the topics are relevant, then they will impact a greater number of people. And I will make a bigger impact on the world. I will touch more lives. And that's what I'm all about. And if you think about what I just said, I didn't quantify any of that, really, aside from podcast episodes, but the number of lives I touch, who knows? I want it to be incalculable, but I want you to touch the people around you. If you're touched, moved, and inspired based on something I said, something I relayed to you, something I passed along, then you pass it along to somebody else, then my work is done. I want you to impact the people around you. And I'll never know just how many people I touch. And if we're talking De Niro or dollars, it doesn't matter how much I make, because ultimately I can't take it with me. I can utilize it to make an impact for others, my family and everyone around me. But, that doesn't really matter. That is really not why I do this, why I'm a coach, why I'm a teacher. And so for me personally, I don't have a point or a set of criteria for me to know whether or not I've become a success. Frankly, it doesn't matter to me. because that's an interpretation from other people. I just need to be satisfied with my result. I need to be able to put good work out in the world. And getting feedback along the way spurs me on, positive feedback and negative feedback, spurs me on to put out better work, more work that makes a difference. And ultimately, I'm going to continue doing this. I don't plan on retiring. I may not always be podcasting, but I'll always be teaching. I'll always be on the spiritual journey, the human adventure. And I've told you before, but my mission, my personal mission for myself is to fulfill on my potential, to be all I can be, and to know at any given moment, I have no idea what that looks like. So no matter where I am along my journey, there's always another vista. There's always more that I can do. There's just more. So it's a never-ending path. And if I'm perfectly honest, I hope to God that I never make it. I never can call myself a success, because what's after that? And so, like I said, starting this out, I suggest you take success, or the objective of being a success, off the map, off your list. I do think that you should make a list. Make a big list of everything that you want to accomplish, everything you want to see, everything you want to learn, the people you want to meet. A big bucket list, a big list of things that you can do, create for your life, and continually use that list as inspiration for each and every day. And then work at it, pursue it, so you can lay your head on the pillow at the end of each day, feeling a certain amount of satisfaction on the productivity, the engagement, the experiences that you created that day. And you don't have to be that productive. You just have to be satisfied with your life. Somewhat satisfied, because being a little dissatisfied pulls you into the next moment. But you can be satisfied in this moment and think bigger thoughts, create bigger dreams to pull you forward. So as you consider success, I'll leave you with this quote from Emerson: "To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you've lived. This is to have succeeded." I like that, and I buy a lot of it. Until next time, this is your friend and host, Daniel Denovi, urging you to follow your bliss, live your life from inner signals, be inner directed as you engage in the epic adventure.